shit. Shit. I don't think I'm going to get across there.
I bet you will. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
Right, so this is the Fallowfield brook, a tributary of the Platt brook. So what are we doing by the Fallowfield brook? What are we doing? You don't know. You don't know anything. There's not a lot to this, it's only a short video. I'm going to show you something down here, and it's a story of a remarkable reclamation of an industrial area. Did you ever see the film Pet Cemetery?
No.
It's quite disturbing. So look at this one here. Bertha. Hello, my name is Martin. Welcome back to another video. What are you called?
James.
This is James, as you know. So this week we're in Manchester looking at a watercourse. Where else will we be? Let's show them this watercourse. Oh, and we forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Who's with us?
Timmy.
Timmy. Well, we've been invited down here today, and I've got to admit to you, I didn't know it existed. No. When these people said to us, can you meet us at Highfield Country Park? I was like, where's that? Country Park? Levenshulme?
Yeah.
Like what? And better still, it's called, is it Levenshulme Waterfall or Longsight Waterfall? Waterfall. Don't hold your breath. But I thought, oh, what a quite quirky little thing. I'll have to do a little video on that whilst I'm working on a bigger project.
Yeah.
That I need to get out, that you will be seeing soon.
Yeah.
So this is why you're getting a little short video this week. Right, so we're almost here.
Come look at the massive Levenshulme waterfall. If you follow me, you can still see it running today.
Right, ready? That is the Levenshulme waterfall. Lovely, isn't it? Okay, so where are we this week? Well, of course, we're in Manchester. Let's just zoom in. We're in the sort of like Longsight Levenshulme area. As we zoom in here, I'll just move that up, you see, and we're there at Highfield Country Park. Let's zoom in a bit further. There you go. And there it is, Levenshulme waterfall, and there's the Fallowfield brook heading this way to the Levenshulme waterfall, and then the brook carries on its way. So, as always, when we look at these old Manchester watercourses, we refer to the Bible, which is The Lost Rivers of Manchester by Jeff Ashworth, a book that's been out of print for a long time and was fetching large prices on the internet. However, there is now a new version out, so there's a second edition, an updated edition that you can buy now. It's available at all good bookshops, so get yourself a copy. So what does Jeff say in his book about the Fallowfield brook? Let's have a look. There were several feeders for the Fallowfield brook, sometimes called the Levenshulme brook. Wow. It rises in Reddish just west of Gorton Road. He goes on to say, it can be seen through the golf course and Highfield Country Park, where it passes under Nelstrop Road. Where it is open, there is a small waterfall on the site of the former Highfield farm. Small brook, and as we know, as I'm going to show you, it ends down at the Platt brook. Anyway, let's crack on.
Go on, get the shot.
Oh shit, it's an old goer. I'm getting covered in shit. Right, anyway, I tried to get over the other side, but I ain't going in today. Levenshulme waterfall. What's it all about? Well, I had to, when these people wanted to meet us, I'll introduce you to them in a minute, said meet us at Levenshulme waterfall. I was like, what is that about? Turns out I think that is a mini weir, a little weir. And I had to look at the old maps to find out what was here. Let me enlighten you. Let's take a look at some of the history of what was going on in this area, and of course the best way to do that is to look at the old maps. Okay, so here we go, side by side maps. So the modern day map is on the right, the modern day satellite is on the right, and the old map 1892 to 1914 is on the left. Let's zoom into the park. Let's hope I've not lost it here now. So look at the right hand map. You can see the golf course on the right. See how the cursors are moving in sync. This is courtesy of National Libraries of Scotland. There's the Fallowfield brook there, and it's coming into the park. Looking at the right there's the park. Okay, so let's zoom in now to this area here, looking at the left hand map and what was there and what was the cause of that waterfall. It isn't really a waterfall, obviously. So looking at the left hand map now, I'm going to zoom into that. In fact, I'm going to go to full map. Right, and there you go. There's the Fallowfield brook coming in there. It was a golf course back then, but it comes in here, and this is where our waterfall is, and it was part of the Highfield bleach works. Now, when we say waterfall, I think this was a weir, and I think it was built around here somewhere, and it tapped into the Fallowfield brook. So the Fallowfield brook's coming this way. They've obviously utilised it to either feed this reservoir and this reservoir, and they've apparently these bleach works needed vast amounts of water, so they've tapped into the Fallowfield brook, and it's probably created an artificial pool of water to feed these reservoirs here. So that is the source of what we're looking at. Quite interesting, because I imagine that many people walk past and, you know, there's no evidence really of the bleach works anymore. So it's difficult to work out what was going on here. Like I say, I think this is a weir, and that there that we're looking at, I think the water may have ran down there initially. And wonder if these were walls of a small pond that are breached there, and the pond is now obviously silted up. Difficult to work out what exactly was going on here. There's the brook, it goes on its way there. But it's been tampered with, and obviously these days the little pool it creates is enjoyed by the locals now. Quite an industrial area, or it was. Highfield Farm, looks like that was probably very old, and it was invaded by the bleach works. And if you look over here, many of my videos will look at these old culverts and these old tunnels, and they're built with thousands and thousands of bricks. And look at that, there was a brickworks nearby as well with a chimney. Be great to see a picture of that, wouldn't it? These look like the clay pits that they used to dig out and make the bricks. And then again surrounded by this built-up area. So what was a kind of an industrial area has been sort of rescued. I mean, it looks like there were some fields here, doesn't it? The golf course and a few fields, but it was, you know, we did have the bleach works and we had the brickworks here. So it was quite industrial and probably quite contaminated by this bleach works as well. Fallowfield brook then runs on there, and it runs that way. And I know for a fact, I'll show you later where it goes to, but the Fallowfield brook runs on its way. So the park these days is quite a wild place. It's sort of left to be a bit wild, I think, and encourage wildlife, but it used to be industrial, as we know. And remember when we said there was a brickworks? Well, that was the clay pit for the brickworks, and obviously after the brickworks closed, generations of kids played there in those old clay pits, and it was known locally as the Bricky. That is the actual brickworks, and that stood there from the start of the 20th century. And this picture was taken in the 1950s, where it was being operated by the Jackson Brick Company. Fantastic photo that, and these are available, all this information is available on Highfield's own website. Now let's take a look at this. Now, as we read in the Lost Rivers of Manchester, it said where the brook runs open used to be the old Highfield farm, and a bleach works now stands on that site. Well, there's some of the old farm buildings from the old Highfield farm. Fantastic. So I don't know how long they lasted, obviously long enough to be photographed. Unfortunately, we've got no pictures of the bleach works that was nearby, but there's the old Highfield farm buildings. And apparently there was a tripe works nearby as well, which I couldn't find any evidence for. But brilliant to see, though, that's the old farm buildings. So you're probably wondering why we're looking at the Fallowfield brook this week. I can't even say it. The Fallowfield brook, because it's not a big water course, and to be honest with you, I've had a close encounter with it earlier this year, and I've yet to show you that video. But Fallowfield brook, why? Well, we got invited down here to Highfield Park by a group of students from the Netherlands, and being from Manchester, we said, Highfield Park? Yeah. Where's that? We didn't even know about it, but these guys here, these lovely ladies here from the Netherlands, that are doing a project about waterways and watercourses said, we're in Manchester next week, can you come down and meet us? We want to talk about the Fallowfield Brook. And of course I went, Fallowfield Brook, what do I know about that? So, introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Annabelle.
Hi, I'm Yara.
Hi, I'm Farida.
Hi, I'm Anouk.
So there you go, international. So that's how you got to know about the Fallowfield Brook this week. Thank you very much for
your time.
inviting us down, and thanks for enlightening me about Highfield Park and the Fallowfield Brook. Thanks, guys. Oh, we've got a treat. We've got a treat. What have we got, James? James will show you the treat because he's a bit of a big lad.
We've got some strudel waffles.
Stroop waffles. Is that right?
Stroopwafels.
What's it? How do you say it?
Stroopwafels.
Stroopwafel.
Stroopwafel.
Stroopwafel. So he's going to work his way through them. I might get one.
Yeah, you'll have half.
I'll have half for one, and he'll work his way through them. Anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Right, so as always, we're going to make a brew. Outdoor brewing with James. It's a bit fresh, isn't it, today?
It is freezing.
Right, hang on. It's not exactly freezing, don't be dramatic.
It's freezing when you stood still.
It's November the 15th, so it's getting a little bit cooler now. So
New flask?
yeah, they know about the new flask, don't they? He needs a hot drink. Have we got me 2 tea bags in there?
Do you want 2?
I want 2. We didn't bring a spoon.
Oh,
Oh, not done that for a while. I made ham sandwiches today. I thought rather than go for this sweet stuff all the time, I've made some ham sandwiches, much to his delight. But he's got these Dutch waffles now.
Nice,
yeah, that the girls give us. So we're going to be having those for afters.
No spoon?
No, forgot the spoon. But then again, you was at my house when I was preparing all this, and you didn't say spoon, did you?
No.
You buffoon. It's no spoon, complete buffoon. What do you rate my sandwich?
Nice. Ham, cheese, sweet pickle.
Yeah, red onion chutney,
Well, nice.
which is basically sugar. It's like putting jam, it's just like putting jam on it, basically.
Nice.
Right, so the Fallowfield Brook, small brook, not one that we can really walk in. I imagine the culverts are like probably that big on it, not very big at all. However, I have had a close encounter, as I said before, at the brew time with this brook before, because like I say, it runs through sort of South Manchester, meets up with the Platt Brook, which further upstream is called the Gore Brook, but it meets up with the Platt Brook, and according to Jeff's book, he gives the location. Jeff's book, The Lost Waterways of Manchester, it gives the location where they meet up, and sure enough, on the old maps, as I'm about to show you, you can see where they meet up. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the Fallowfield Brook is a tributary of the Platt Brook, or it joins the Platt Brook. There's the Fallowfield Brook, and it's not far from Highfield Park at this point now. It's just come maybe about 2 or 3 miles just round the south of the city, and there you go. It joins the Platt Brook there. There you go, Platt Brook. And what is the Platt Brook further upstream? Well, it's the Gore Brook, but as always with these things, they change the name further downstream, so as they get into different localities, kind of like the locals give them a different name. Anyway, Fallowfield Brook joins the Platt Brook there. Now, you will notice this is Wilbraham Road, and you will notice this is Yew Tree Road, which is now quite a big road in its infancy here on this old map. So, Yew Tree Road, just down from Wilbraham Road, is where they both meet. Let's have a look at a modern map and look at this area now. Remember, Yew Tree Road, just down from Wilbraham Road to the left of Yew Tree. There you go. There's Wilbraham Road there, and there's Yew Tree Road, so just to the left, and it's completely lost. So what was probably fields at one time, cricket and football ground, where the 2 little brooks met out in the open, they have now been lost to a housing estate, and they're somewhere down underground. Lost forever, so probably lost rivers of Manchester. Now, as I was going to say, can we go and see where they join today? Well, yours truly has actually been down there, and I've seen them joining for another video that I'm doing that you'll see later on, but I'm going to give you a sneak peek now. Now, don't hold your breath because it's not very romantic where they join, but let me take you underground here and show you where the Fallowfield Brook meets the Platt Brook and what it's like today. So here we go, welcome to the Platt brook, and we filmed this for future videos where we're following the Gore brook, but here we have a chance encounter where the Fallowfield brook meets the Platt brook, and there it is, there you go, and it's relegated to a rather unromantic concrete pipe, really, for want of a better word. Now on the bottom of that is this slimy sort of algae, and Marcus decides he's going to go in. He wants to investigate and he's going to go in, but unfortunately that slimy algae was extremely slippy and he fell arse over tits, so expect some swearing as it all goes tits up for Marcus.
Jesus! Never had something like that before.
So on the map, we kept seeing this thing, didn't we? What is it?
So on the map when we was looking at the Levenshulme waterfall, we kept seeing this thing saying dog cemetery. So
Dog?
pet
Cemetery.
but I think it's for dogs, and Tim was like,
Just dogs. I think it's for pets.
I think it's just for dogs.
Where have you got that from? Where have you got?
Oh, it's a pet. It is a pet cemetery.
Oh, for God's sake. The false information is incredible, isn't it?
And Tim wanted.
Oh yes, talks with great authority about a lot of shit. Yes, it's just for dogs. This.
And I told you
Hang
about
on.
it.
Yeah.
And then Tim was like, can I come have a look? So we've come to have a look at this pet cemetery.
Look at that. When was it born? Jimmy, farm dog, born. Oh, look at that. April 1942. Oh, it's an old 1942. Yeah, it's an old cemetery. This is what we're in,
That's cool.
and it is like the film Pet Cemetery. Look at this one here. Bertha. What's it? A very dear friend. 1996, 1979. Is that right? Yeah. To 1996, 79, 89, 99. Yeah, she was just under 20, weren't she? Look at this one here, Bruce. Dear pal, who died 17th of July 1966. Look at that. 4 years old. So it's quite cute. I mean, it's very old. I thought it would be more like current, but very old pet cemetery, isn't it?
All that.
You could actually film a horror film here.
I think that's got my weight.
I think it's not got your weight.
Welcome.
I think if you fall on Tim, you'll crush him.
Welcome. Welcome to the pet cemetery.
Try not to do that. Another Jimmy. 19? What? Good God, look at this. 1925 to 1936. Jimmy died a long time ago.
Yeah, there's one over here as well. What is that, Seth?
Fulton's something. Oh, I can't read that. Maybe you can read it. I can't read that one properly. I didn't realise it would be this sort of old and sort of like kind of neglected, but old. Such a local historian, aren't you? Right, so there you go, Fallowfield brook. An encounter up near the start of it, and an encounter for you just near the end of it where it joins the Platt brook. Fallowfield brook. Are you chuffed?
Yeah.
Well, it's only a short video this week because we just needed to do a little filler because I'm working on another project that's got I needed to buy a bit of time, so I thought what a nice little park, and I'd show you all the bits and pieces. Yeah. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of information. Thanks very much for watching as always. So thank you to everyone that watched the Woodhead Tunnels video. That's done very well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Remarkably. Are we thinking of doing a follow-up to that?
Yeah.
We might as well, because I think there's more information to be put in that video, because obviously it was just mainly about us and our journey up to the Woodhead tunnels.
Yeah.
So I think I've got more information for you, but it's getting, there's things I want to film and stuff
Quite a lot
like
of
that.
history around there, isn't there?
Yes, there's a lot of history around there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye for now.
See you in a bit. Tim.
Tim.
Bye.
Bye. If you come to you come to Highfield Park, it can get a little bit muddy. Come on, piggy. Come on. Come on.
You do know I've got to go back in my car with these shoes.
Yeah, that's why we're getting muddy, because we're in your car. It's revenge. Come on. Good lad.
Tim.